Hello students, today we will going to deal about BSc for 6th semester. In that, inorganic chemistry part, and in the inorganic chemistry I will going to deal unit 2, that is nothing but soil analysis. Okay, this particular topic we will going to deal, and in this topic let's we see first syllabus part, syllabus of this particular topic. In that syllabus they have gave introduction. Okay, introduction first we will going to deal. Next we will going to deal about macronutrients. In the introduction part we will going to deal about the definition of soil, various soil which are present in India, types of soil, how much types of soil they are present in the India, maybe of red soil, again black soil, okay, like that types are there, that we will going to deal. After that let's we see that is micronutrient. Next we will going to deal about the trace metal and organic matter in the soil. Trace metals and organic matter, trace metals and okay, next we will going to deal trace metals and organic matter in the soil. Next, determination of pH we will going to deal. Okay, determination of pH by using pH meter itself. Next we will going to deal about determination of nitrogen, by alkaline permanganate method, Next we will going to deal again determination of phosphorus, by Bayer's method, Bray's method, and Olsen's method, which is present in the soil. Okay, let's me tell about this all, and this complete part which is belong to only of 3 hours itself. Here in the introduction part we will going to deal about the introduction of soil, which are the most common elements on the earth present, percentage, how much percentage of potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium, iron, aluminium, that all how much present in the soil, that we will going to deal. After that, in the introduction we will going to deal about the types of soil in the India, major soil types in India. They are nothing but red soil, lateritic soil, black soil, alluvial soil, and desert soil, forest and hill soil, that all we will going to deal. Next we will going to deal in this particular introduction itself, that is nothing but micronutrient. Okay, plant nutrient and their functions we will going to deal, and after that plant nutrients. And in that plant nutrients we will going to deal about the major nutrient, secondary nutrient, and micronutrient, which are very important for 5-mark question. They may ask this particular about the nutrient questions itself. Okay, after that, in the nutrient itself, a deficiency of element which causes particular symptoms, just like of masking effect to the other nutrients. Again, various plants which are present in that particular soil which is damaged over there, because of which deficiency of which element, insufficient level, toxicity of that particular soil, that all we will going to deal in this particular macronutrient part, that various elements which are present, that we will going to deal, just like of sulfur, calcium, magnesium, iron, manganese, boron, zinc, copper, molybdenum. Okay, next we will going to deal rate of nutrient elements in the soil, means crop removal, erosion, leaching, volatilization, then denitrification, fixation. These all we will going to deal. Next, micronutrient and trace metal in the soil. Okay, this part is very much important. Okay, then after that we will going to deal about the percentage of that particular micronutrient, then how much it can be required for plant as well as animal. Next important part we will going to deal, that is nothing but SOM, that is nothing but soil organic matter itself. Okay, and in that function of organic matter in the soil we will going to deal weight of organic matter, how much it can be added, that we will going to deal in this that. Then after that we will see the nitrogen fixation in that nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle which is there, that is nothing but one of the most important naturally occurring event which can be discussed this particular nitrogen cycle under mainly three headings. In that first one is there, that is nothing but nitrogen fixation. Okay, first heading, that is nitrogen fixation. Next, conversion of N in the soil itself, and third one is the mineralization. Second one is the conversion of nitrogen in the soil, and third one is there, that is nothing but mineralization. Okay, mineralization, that we will going to deal in this itself. And after that where the sequence of reaction taking place, that is amonification, nitrification, denitrification, that we will going to deal. And next part we will going to deal in this that is nothing but determination of pH by using the pH meter itself. Means how much is the pH range actual, and what is the soil rating for that. If it is less than 4.6, a particular acidic, extremely acidic soil particular nature. If it is correct 7 itself, then it is neutral in the nature. And if it is less than particular 7, or sorry, if it is more than 8.5, it is alkaline in the nature. Okay, then that all part we will going to deal in this pH. Then requirement for this what finding the pH meter with the range of 0 to 14 pH, that all we will going to deal. Then after that we will require their pipette, then dispenser, beaker, reagent, then procedure for the finding out this particular pH of the soil itself, that we will going to deal. Then after that, determination of nitrogen by alkaline permanganate method. Here one of the apparatus Jaldas flask we require over here. By using potassium permanganate we are finding out over there that complete reagent which are required. After that, which is the procedure for the Jaldas method, Jaldas flask we will going to deal. And next we will deal about the calculation, okay, about this nitrogen, determination of nitrogen by alkaline permanganate method. And after that, determination of phosphorus by Braze and Olsen method. This is also very much important for the 5-mark question, isn't it? Then this is also outline we are having. After that we are having chemicals which are required. Next we are having again procedure, and method 1, Braze method for acid soil. And next second method, in that calculation and graph we will see. And next procedure, and after that calculation and graph. This all we will going to deal under determination of phosphorus. Okay, Braze method and Olsen's method for calculation and their graph itself. This all about our what introductory part of our topic, that is nothing but soil analysis itself. So today we will going to discuss only the introduction. Okay, this is our syllabus that we will going to deal in this particular topic. Let's start the introduction part about soil. So here in the introduction we will see the definition of soil. Soil may be defined as a thin layer of earth crust which serves as a natural medium for the growth of plants. So what is the meaning of soil? Soil may be defined as a thin layer of earth crust. Means what? As we already know here, this is our surface of earth itself. Okay, like this we are having earth, our the surface of earth crust, and the surface of earth crust, it is the thin layer which is covered of earth crust itself. Okay, which serves as natural medium for the growth of what? Plant. Here plant can be grow over there, isn't it? So this is what about the definition of soil itself. The soil may be defined as thin layer of earth crust which serves as natural medium for the growth of plant, and it is unconsolidated that the mineral matter that has been subjected to the influenced by the genetic as well as environmental factors, that is parent material. That okay means what? As we already know here, the soil which is getting over today, that is not like as we are finding today itself, that may be present in the form of rock first of all. Okay, then that rocks may be converted into the stone by the environmental changes, isn't it? That is parent material. This rock we can call it as an what? Parent material of the our today's soil. Okay, this is our parent material, and this particular parent material, after the climatic changes or organism or topography all acting over a period of time, and the soil get going to form over there. Next, soil differs from the parent material in the morphological, physical, chemical and biological properties. Means what I want to mean tell is that this is our rock, completely bare rock, and after, by this particular rock we are lastly getting our soil over there. How we are getting our soil over there? By what? Climatical changes, or because of the organisms, or because of the topographical. It means what? This is our parent material, and lastly we are getting our soil. These two are totally different. By which means? By means of what? Physically they may be differs from each other, and again they may be differs from what? Chemical differs, and again all other properties, just like of physical properties, chemical properties, biological properties, isn't it? Biological also they are different from each other. Physical means how the rock or we are going to see, that is totally different. How the texture of soil we can held in our hand, it can be remains as such. How we these particular rocks can remain? No. It means what? About the physical properties. Next, if you check the chemical properties of soil as well as the bare rock, it is also totally different. Again, if you check the biologically, if you want to grow one plant in that particular bare rock, it is hardly impossible, but about in the soil it can be easily possible. It means what? It is differed by biological property also. Also soil differ among themselves in some or all properties. Depending on these differences in the genetic and environmental factors. Thus, some soils are red in the nature, and because of these all factors, what I want to mean tell is that some soils which are there, they are may what? Red soils. Some soils which are there, they may be in the red in nature, isn't it? And some are black in the nature, isn't it? And again some are what? Some as various deep and shallow, isn't it? Some are deep as well as what? Some are shallow in the nature, isn't it? Some are coarse textured, some are fine textured, and they serves in various degrees as reservoir of the nutrients. Means what? Some red in nature, black in nature, deep, shallow. Their texture may be of different, maybe of coarse structured, coarse textured. Okay, coarse textured. Some are what? Some are the fine textured. Fine textured. They may be differs from each other. Coarse textured means if you check the texture of that particular soil, a different soil having the different texture. If you hold that particular soil in your hand like this way, some soils remains as such if you remove your hand, but some are get engulfed, means some are they are moving from this particular our fingers, isn't it? They are maybe of coarse texture or they may be of fine textured, isn't it? So they are encouraged and favorable. The components of the soil are mineral material, organic matter, water, air, are the proportion of which vary and which together form the system of plant growth. And this particular all red, black, deep, shallow texture, it mainly depends on what they can be, just depends on what depends on just degree of reservoir of nutrients, and again water for the crops, and again mechanical anchorage, variable tilt, and these all factors responsible, just like of light, wind, they are all responsible for this, all for their color as well as texture of the soil. Next, rocks are the chief source of the parent material over which soil can be developed. What I want to mean tell is that already I have told over here, big rocks are available. First of all, in that environmental effects can happen, maybe that is of rain or maybe of wind, high amount of wind, and because of that rock just get engulfed or broken down, and from that broken down rock, consider if it is one of the big rock over here, and because of the rain, water, and also wind, it just get broken into the small pieces itself, and again that small pieces come in the contact with water, rain, a high amount of temperature in the sunny season, rainy season, and again it can be broken again small pieces itself, and that small pieces comes under what physical, chemical, biological changes, just like of what their texture get changed because of wind, and again all these factors may affect over their soil mineral, organic matter comes under in this, and because of that water, air, and all the proportion of which vary, which together form the system over there, and lastly fine powdered soil we will get of different structure over there, isn't it? Then what rocks are the chief sources of the parent material over which soil can be just get developed over there. And then there are mainly main kind of rocks which are present over there. There are mainly three kind of rocks which are present over there. Which are that rocks? Let's we see. I will tell you the mainly three kinds of rocks which are present over there. In that first rock which will be there, that is nothing but igneous rock, that is igneous, igneous rock. Okay, next rock which will be there, that is nothing but sedimentary rock. Okay, next rock which will be there, that is nothing but sedimentary rock, and third one which will be there, that is nothing but metamorphic rocks. Okay, metamorphic rocks. Okay, these mainly three types of rocks which are there, and the rocks are very greatly in chemical composition according to the soil, differ in the proportion because of they are formed from weathering of rocks. So I have already told the meaning weathering of rocks. Consider if this is a rock, and on this rock a fine surface of this rock broken because of wind as well as water, that is nothing but rain. So that particular environmental factors may responsible for the broken of this rock. That process we call it as a weathering of rock, isn't it? So here chemical composition and accordingly soil differ in the proportion because of formed by weathering of rocks. Weathering can be physical or chemical in the nature, and the agent of physical weathering are temperature, water, wind, plant, animal, while chemical process of weathering are hydration, hydrolysis, carbonation, oxidation, reduction. So what I want to tell you is that main thing here, complete big rock is present, and from that rock big it just get broken and small pieces of rock start, and again after gradual weathering it get converted into the soil. And they have told about mainly two types of weathering is there, which are those. So just to see physical weathering of rocks, where physical weathering of rocks mainly containing temperature, water, wind, plant and animal. Where physically, that is temperature may affect on the particular rock, next water, that is of rain, next plant, and next animal. Okay, temperature, plant and animal. Next, chemical weathering of rocks containing hydration, hydrolysis, carbonation, oxidation and reduction. Okay, this oxidation and reduction may happens because of environmental condition, hydration and hydrolysis because of rainwater itself, and carbonation also because of the environmental condition also. These are the physical and chemical weathering of rocks, and because of that here weathering can be happen and the soil rock get converted into the form of what? Soil itself. Next we will going to deal about the main texture of the soil, how the most common elements of the earth can be present in the soil. So let's we start most common elements on the earth itself. Here a developed soil will have a well defined profile which has a vertical section of the soil itself, and through all horizon it extends up to the parent materials itself, isn't it? And then after that the horizon, that is layers which are available over here in the soil profile, which may be of vary in the thickness, means based on their what? Percentage itself, and distinguished from morphological characters, distinguished from the what? Morphological characters itself. And after that the thickness, the horizon and layers of the soil profile, it may be varies based on their morphological characters, which includes the color, texture, structure. And generally the profile consists of three horizons, that is A horizon, B horizon and C horizon. The A horizon may consist of sub-horizon richer in the organic material and incorrectly mixed with material matter. Horizon B below of A, and it shows the dominance of clay, iron, aluminium, humus alone on its combination itself. And the C horizon which will be there, it includes the bedrock, and which A and B horizon is presumed, that is to have been a study of soil profile important and the crop husbandry point of view, since it reveals that the surface and the subsurface characteristics of a qualitative, namely depth, structure, texture, and as well as the drainage condition of the soil moisture and the relationship which directly affect the plant growth. A study of soil profile supplemented by physical, chemical, biological property of the soil will give the full picture of soil fertility and productivity. What I want to mean to tell you is that this all texture part which will be there, it can be available over here in this percentage wise, that is aluminum is there, iron is there, calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, titanium. If you took these three horizon, ABC horizon, we are having these many parts in the first horizon, and again in the tracer amount these elements are also present, and these are some bare rocks also present over here. Next we will going to deal, these are the some most common elements on the earth itself, means actual what the horizon or layers of the soil containing these many elements itself. Next we will going to deal about the physical properties of the soil. The physical properties of soil mainly includes the part such as water holding capacity. First physical property which will be there, that is nothing but which one? Water holding capacity of the soil itself. Okay, next we will going to deal physical property aeration, means how much amount of air can be come and move in the soil itself, that is the second physical property, aeration. Next third property which will be there, that is nothing but plasticity. Okay, plasticity, how much holding capacity of our soil itself. Next which will be their texture, you can easily say the texture means what? If you hold the soil, how much the soil will be remains as such, mean by molding of your hand itself, and how much that we call it as what? Texture of that particular soil. Next we will say about the density of the particular soil itself. Next we can say the color of the soil itself, isn't it? These are the some physical properties of our soil. Next we can tell about the chemical properties also. Okay, which are the chemical properties of soil? Chemical properties of soil. So just to see chemical properties of soil, which are those? In that first property is there, that is nothing but chemical property refers to the mineralogical composition, which amount of minerals present over there. Okay, mineralogical composition we will going to deal in the chemical property of soil. Okay, mineralogical composition. Next we can see content and type of the minerals. Okay, content as well as type of minerals. we will going to deal in this case. Next we will see about the the base saturation. Next, humus, organic matter content. These are some humus, again base. These are some chemical properties, and after that we will see about some biological properties. So which are the biological properties? Biological properties of soil. Properties of soil. Which are those? We will see biological properties. In that first property which will be there, that is nothing but what? Content and extent, types of microbes. Okay, types of microbes. Which are the microorganisms are present over there? That are types of microbes present over there in the soil, which includes what? Microbes just like of bacteria. Okay, bacteria, fungi, then worms, and next insect. These are somewhat microbes which are present in the soil itself. Again, let me revise the today's part, what we are going to deal. We saw first what? Introduction of our syllabus. In that, after that we saw the definition of soil itself. Soil may be defined as the thin layer of earth crust which serves as a natural medium for the growth of plant, where soil can be originated from the rocks itself, bare rocks itself. Soil get originated by physical, chemical and biological effect. It can be get rocks converted into the soil itself. The soil may be differs by red, black and deep shallow. The texture may be coarse structure, maybe and fine structure texture. Rocks mainly of three: igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks itself. The types of weathering, in that physical weathering containing temperature, water, wind, plant and animals. Next we saw about the chemical weathering of rocks: hydration, hydrolysis, carbonation, oxidation and reduction. Elements on the earth itself. These are some elements which are present in the earth crust or layer of our soil itself, and these are some trace elements also present in the earth or nothing but soil. It saw the physical properties of soil: water holding capacity, aeration, plasticity, texture, density, color. Next also we saw the chemical properties of soil, just like of what? Mineralogical composition, content, type of mineral, humus base. Next, biological, which type of microbes present? Bacteria, fungi, worms, insect. In the next class we will see types of soil which are present in the India, that we will going to deal in the next class. Thank you.